Hello everyone. I'm very happy to see you here again and thank you very much for always watching English learning videos in this channel. In this episode, I would like to discuss about sentence errors. Sentence errors are errors related to the grammar and mechanics within sentences in standard written and spoken English. I would like to discuss this topic because I always find some students make errors in the process of learning English in writing and speaking. What sentence error I want to discuss? Let's see on the following screen. Well, everyone, I would like to discuss one by one what sentence errors are. Number one, where are you come from? And the answer, I'm come from Indonesia. This is incorrect grammatically in English. So it should be where are you from? And the answer, I'm from Indonesia. And then the second one, where do you come from? And the answer, I come from Indonesia. We cannot use to be and verb. I explained this problem in the previous episode. If a sentence does not have a verb, you must use to be, and if the sentence has a verb, you must use verb according to the right tense in English. So we cannot say where are you come from. The right one is where are you from or where do you come from. In this case, the students do not realize that they have incorrect sentence grammatically in English, and then the conversation runs well. I discuss this because I want everyone who are still learning English outside will understand what it should be to get the answer where someone is from. Okay, I repeat it. Where are you from? And the answer, I'm from, blah, blah, blah. Where do you come from? I come from, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I hope you understand it well, and I hope that you don't make the same thing as what I discussed before. And the second sentence error is, are you agree with me? And the answer, yes, I'm agree with you. This is also incorrect sentence grammatically in English. Why? Because agree here is a verb, so you may not use to be. So the right one is, do you agree with me? And the answer, yes, I agree with you. In the second sentence error, the students in both sides, the speakers and interlocutors, also do not realize that what they make or what sentence they make also incorrect grammatically in English. So what should it be? Do you agree with me? And the answer, yes, I agree with you, or no, I don't agree with you. It's also the same thing as what I explained before. Sentence error number 3. Do you want to meet with him? It's also incorrect grammatically in English, but in Indonesian is not. So what's the right one? Do you want to meet him? They do not realize that this is incorrect grammatically in English because they just use Indonesian grammatical sentence. But in English, we do not use with. So the right one is, do you want to meet him? I hope you understand it and you don't make it incorrect sentence anymore. The next sentence error, when you say, how are you? This is correct sentence in English. But if the subject changes into father, some students make mistakes grammatically in English. Students make sentences incorrect grammatically in English. When you say, how are you? Of course, because you should be followed by to be are. So how are you? But if a subject father, she must say, how is your father? And this is commonly spoken incorrect by some students in Indonesia. I discuss it because I want you outside do not make the same mistakes. I remind you, when you want to say, if you want to ask, how are you, it's okay, and then how is your father, how is your mother, how are your parents, how are your father and mothers, and so on. The next sentence are you afraid with me? And the interlocutor says, yes, I'm afraid with you. In Indonesian, of course, it doesn't have any problem to understand because we have and the preposition with. But in English, we do not use with. So the right one is, are you afraid of me? And the answer is yes, I'm afraid of you, or no, I'm not afraid of you. Okay. The next sentence, do you confuse with what I'm speaking? It's also incorrect sentence grammatically in English because when you say, do you confuse? So it's ambiguous. It is not understandable. It is not correct in English because this is a passive form because what is said makes you confused. So you say, are you confused with what I'm speaking? This is passive construction because you are confused because of something. And then what makes you confused? Of course, what he is saying makes you confused. Okay, so the right one is, are you confused with what I'm speaking? Okay, I hope you understand it well. The next sentence, students always say, are you interested in this novel? And the interlocutor also say, yes, I'm interested in this novel. This is incorrect sentence in English, grammatically, okay? So what should it be? Something makes you interested. So this is a passive construction. What should it be? Are you interested in this novel? And the interlocutor says, yes, I'm interested in this novel, or no, I'm not interested in this novel. If you see this construction of the sentence, this is a passive one. And if you want to know what passive sentence is, you can also go back to the previous video I have explained. And I hope you don't make mistakes anymore in this case. Indonesian is okay. And if you speak with the Indonesian people will understand you well. But in grammatical English is not right. Okay. Okay, now sentence error number 8. Are you boring? Is it correct or not? If you say no, but why? You always say something like this. So what should it be? Are you bored? And the answer, yes, I'm bored. What makes you bored? Yes, I'm bored living in this place. Why it should be in passive construction? Because there is something makes you bored. Because there is something make you bored. So the active sentence is the situation on the condition where you're living is boring for you. So the right sentence is I'm bored with this condition. Or you can also say I'm bored living in this place. Okay. Remember that this is also passive construction. You go back to the previous explanation of the passive sentence. Sentence error number 9. Do you disappoint with him? This is also incorrect sentence in English. So this is a kind of error. Okay, so what should it be? The same thing as what the two sentences I told you before, that this is also passive constructions. Why? Because something makes you disappoint. So you say, are you disappointed with him? Why it should be like this? This is a passive construction. Why? Because he disappoint you. This is active. So the passive, I am disappointed with him. You are the object. The subject is he. He makes you disappointed and you are disappointed. Okay. I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Well, finally, I hope you understand it well what I was explaining about the sentence errors. Then you don't make it anymore on the way when you're speaking and writing English. In Indonesia, students do not realize that they make some sentence errors because they understand what the speakers say, but grammatically, this is wrong. In English, these are incorrect grammatically in English. So I hope you really understand. And I remind you that if you have the same problem, you use a passive construction. Well, thank you very much for your attention. See you on the next episode in different topic. Bye bye.